If you've ever understood A Course in Miracles, even one lesson, but struggled to live it, this lesson is for you. Today begins review number 6, and I actually think it's really significant because Jesus isn't giving us new information, not at all. He's inviting us to remember what we've always known. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I trust my brothers who are one with me. First, have you ever noticed that almost every fear begins with the same question? What if something happens to me? What if I lose my health, my relationship, my job, my reputation? Fear is one of the most powerful tools we have in the human existence, but it's directly correlated with the experience of who we think we are from the place of the ego. I'm going to introduce this radical notion to you, and I want you to really think about it. How much power does it take from you to experience fear? You might think, none at all. It is like a default. It is one of the easiest things for me to do. I'm always in some state of fear if I think about it enough. And there is some truth to that, but it's a relative truth, because the absolute truth is your power lies in who you truly are that you have yet to recognize or accept. And who you truly are is exactly as God created you to be. There was no mistake, and He created you as love, as peace, as safety, as security, as happiness. He did not create you insecure, limited, and somehow fearful. However, you are all powerful, and you have the ability to create a world that validates this sense of fear, because you are not yet willing to accept who you truly are. You'd rather see yourself as the opposite, that somehow God made a mistake, that somehow you are not love. And if you are not love, then the world that you see reflects fear. It takes power, enormous power, to experience fear. So if you choose to see yourself as you truly are, there is no room for fear. So what if the real problem isn't fear at all? What if it's a mistaken identity? That's really what today's lesson, lesson 201, is about. Not becoming something new, remembering who you've always been. In Metatransformations and the Metatransformations Method, there are a number of steps which we've already reviewed in the last few videos. But I really want to focus on the first step and actually flesh it out. And that first step is recognize your trigger. What's triggering the fear? Because typically we're in an autonomic response in which we experience something, we feel the fear, and then we react from that place of fear. So how do you stop that loop and start to redirect? Or better yet, not even get to the point where you have the fear to begin with. That's the journey. So recognize the fear. Okay, so what if you have a fear that your child, something bad might happen to them when they're traveling? Let's say that. What's really behind that fear? What's the trigger of that fear? Is it your child, or is it you? Is it that somehow you believe that you can't take care of your child, you can't protect them, you cannot control what happens to them in your life, and that will be reflected in how you feel about yourself? It is a recognition of an identity that is false. That identity that's false, that somehow you are the one that can control your child's life and their journey. So if we believe that we have to have that control, then of course we're going to feel fear when that control may be compromised. Let's say you're afraid of losing your job. What are you truly afraid of? What's triggering that fear? Could it be the sense of insecurity that you don't have an inherent value, that somehow the value comes from having the job? And a sense of mistrust that life is not going to present a better opportunity for you? And if that triggers the fear, then of course the projection will be that of fear. So change the projector, not the projection. The projector must recognize that you are still as God created you. That has not changed. God did not make a mistake with you. You are here to realize your purpose and your function, which is that of knowing yourself as love and as peace and as joy, safety and happiness. And then the projection will reflect the projector. The projection will then look differently and be interpreted differently by you. You will no longer feel fear because fear will no longer have power. You will use your power for the recognition of who you truly are. So that is lesson 201. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below on whether or not this lesson resonates with you. Are you ready to relinquish the power that you have to create a world of fear and instead use that power to recognize your true identity? I look forward to seeing you for lesson 202.